pinpoint accurate, let's just say for 40 years, but you've been for 50 years, pinpoint accurate. They ain't got no whole house, go to watch the TV, watch all the lectures. They ain't got nobody in none of the institutions that can cover the globe like we've been doing. I mean, it can hit the point. A few of them get a few little things right, but they got to regurgitate out of their mouth what the system will swallow. Right? They got to. That's because that's what they're in. They can't bring no truth or nothing like that, even when they know it's the truth. So we got it easy. All right, let me kind of get focused on what we're talking about. There's something that I hope we understand. This says, I don't have to trust human activists. I have to love them. Now, I don't like to use that word a lot because it sounds too sweetie pie, but I've been feeling that for decades. I just gonna tell you the truth. It had nothing to do with Jesus and none of that. But this love stuff is big. If I would have ever deviated from any of that, got mad, got angry, and even if it's justified, we've been saying this for years, but it's been going on before that. It not only has to do with not fighting other black people and them getting you off your point. You know, that's why you could hear me yelling at my sons, stay out of my business. You know, when I'm attacked, stay out of I already know what, you know. And they don't have to do nothing. They got all them other little Negroes around there that know Big Hank, you know, what's the name of them, Daddy, Big, and them niggas, you know. Plus I didn't help their parents buy a house or something anyway. But anyway, so they think, they do that stuff for a lot of reasons. We're going to mess with this Negro till he shows who his friends are. I ain't going to nobody. You got to figure it out. Are you so smart? Find out who they are. He's getting help from somewhere. Well, find out how it's getting there, who it's coming from, and what. You know. They think they'll put pressure on you and you'll lead them right to it. You just get tired. I got some homeboys in there. No. See, the other people been into this for a few years and they didn't evolve. We had to out-evolve. We have out-evolved the monster. No matter what you say about him, he's not bigger and not sharper or nothing than we are. We're sharper than he is. Now that sounds that we're sharper than the system. With ease. It's not even any work. We're sharper than the system with ease. And we're not picking on the system because it's got old and kind of fat and out of shape. But the system is weak. The system has to have training systems to get people skinny enough to put them in the military. Why? Hell, they can't get nobody to pass the PT test. Right? That's America. California used to be dreamland. It's hell. It's just hell. I mean, Seattle, boy, that used to be, they had the World's Fair up there in 62. I mean, the stuff they had up there. It's not us picking on America when it's weak, but this is the period of Nero fiddling while Rome burns. What it means, the Congress ain't doing that. The Senate ain't doing that. The presidents, they're just fiddling. The whole place is on fire. You know, it doesn't mean that Nero, the emperor, was actually fiddling while Rome was burning. But the idea was useless, worthless. He couldn't do nothing. And Rome was on fire. Technically, America's on fire, and the bum can't do anything. And who knows it? Everybody. The world right now is just trying to stay out of the way of boss. We just don't want to make him mad. He'll run you over, he'll kill you, stuff like that, right? But the man is mad. He'll sanction you. He'll do whatever he wants, and he'll sanction anybody. You're sanctioned, huh? Yeah, you guys is gonna be. You're gonna be obliterated. You're gonna be sanctioned. You're gonna be scrutinized. That boy is crazy. I mean, he's actually crazy. And who knows it? Everybody. That's why some messages got to get to the Chinamans pretty quick. Take it easy, homeboys. Just you know what you're doing, but add a little Negro in it. That's what we're saying. Just add a little Negro, a little colored stuff. I'm telling you. You did the Chinese laundryman deal. Look, you played it to the hilt. That wasn't bad. But now don't let boss man make you buy some whole new ships and spend all your money like he did the Russians. You know, and get you all, divert you from a beautiful world there into the Chinese or into their 5 concentric celestial systems now, something they saying. They on a roll. I mean, they getting back to, they've been doing this for 4,000 or 5,000 years, so it ain't nothing new. But they didn't come up with some stuff that, and they're not dumb. Anti-Confucius, they got Confucius in the living room right this minute. The art of war, Chairman Mao was using all that stuff, that art of war. Anything you can think of, they bringing everybody back, right? They bring everybody. Oh, if you're Chinese, you all right with us. What did you do good? Okay, right? They bringing everybody back. The U.S. didn't think they would do that, and nobody else did. They're going to be with that communist. It says, shoot, we just, with Chinese characteristics, that's what Chinese, who you think Kun Su was? Confucius. Kun Su was a Chinaman. Lao Tzu's another Chinaman. And everybody else that was doing anything from back then and up to today, why, they're either Chinamans or descendants of Chinamans. And so that's all we got to say. So we're just hoping that they don't get pulled off course. No sense spending no money on defense. You know, it's $4 or $5 on that quick little defense. You can shoot something over there. Can you imagine? That's why we mention things like the Bismarck. Is that the Yamamoto? Out of date. Airplane. Sunk them. I mean, the Pride, and they cost like and the U.S. is building all them aircraft carriers. And they're going to have Australia buying all them submarines that they're going to get in 15 or 20 years. Now that is talking about don't make sense. It's crazy. And they done made all their home folks bad. Remember, you don't have to do nothing to boss man. Boss man knocks himself out of the box. When it comes your time to go, everybody can stand back. We said that no, boss man. We just don't want you to fall on us, that's all. We just watching out. That's historical. That's why Quran, Hadith, history. This has happened before. It has happened before almost exactly. because everybody else acted on the way up exactly like everybody else, right? And they got their opportunity, they got their chance. I don't care. It was a time when the black folks in Africa was the big chiefs. They was running the world, everything. And then they had a go of it, and they blew it. Or they just forgot Allah's grace, you know. And here come the goose-stepping Europeans, and they got hold to it temporarily. Can you imagine? Boss man been here a shorter time than anybody. He ain't, hey man, you talking about the pages of history, they're just gonna go woof. You know what I mean? When they study boss man up in the future, it's gonna be one page. One page, maximum. Maximum. That was a place called the United States. That was a few guys that ran around doing this, and they repeated the same historical process as the Babylonians and everybody else. And that's that, right? They won't even, okay, let me speed up. Have y'all ever heard the saying, Lord, forgive them, they know not what they do? You know where that come from? That's, now they say Jesus said that, but it's good to remember. We remember this. Now, why would we want to remember stuff like that? Look, we're not dumb. We have seen a lot, you know, dealing with what we've been dealing with. 76 could be considered a long time because it's not a place for longevity. The criminal and the spiritual and religious and movement stuff, you put them three together, you don't get no time. Right? I mean, if you put all of those things together, whether it was Malcolm, 39 years, right? King, 39 years. Anybody else, Black Panther Party, Bobby Hutton wasn't but 16 or 17, right? Those are not, you know, if they want to, people choose professions for, well, this has longevity. This is what we're doing. Everything we do, if you look up the longevity, protractedness, they don't come up. And here we got it. You know, it's for a reason. It's for a reason. It is not possible. The day I got here, they unleashed every tattletale in D.C. on us. Every last one of them. Some of them you'll see them pulling in all the day. Wherever you look, you're going to see them. But that's why we say right here, I don't have to trust human activists. I have to love them. For this mission is necessary. Yeah, well, use what you have. That's what we're using. Hey, technically we've been using it, but it's getting more now. You know why it's more? Because it's getting closer. Everything is getting closer. You can feel it easing on in. And it's up to the people to choose what they see. We know we're doing what's kind of like the right thing. Everybody have a right to choose for themselves. You got to choose. People got to choose because they going to hell or they going to heaven based on what they do. Right? You ain't got no coattails. Heaven ain't got no. You can't. Well, I was doing so good. Could I bring Johnny with me? Johnny, he wasn't that smart, you know. Johnny had to. Allah knows how much sense Johnny got, and if Johnny didn't have no sense, he gonna let him go in. You can go. I mean, I'm just saying, because he didn't have enough sense to know the difference between heaven and hell. He didn't know what you was talking about, and he just didn't get it. And Allah is Al-Ghafurur Rahim. I will admit this is a wonderful period. So write up counter anti-Zionist flyers. My personal contribution to future global harmony. That sounds good. But just think, they had people thinking Negroes couldn't make a contribution to nothing but pimping, hustling, and using dope. And now we're out to save humanity. Well, hell, we're Power Rangers, right? Yeah. And guess what? Either physically or psychologically, how do you think they look at us? We morphing up, like the Power